Welcome back. It's so good to be here with you guys. It's so special to know that it's our 2-year mark today. So many awesome things have happened to us today. Thank you everyone for being here. We're super happy. We were reading the chat.
Yes. So there's a couple of things that happened today. So first of all, Rudy was the one that reminded
Yes,
us, like,
thank
hey,
you,
happy
Rudy.
anniversary, 2 years. I was like, whoa, I didn't know. But another thing that happened that's really cool is my good friend in Germany, Toby, today was his birthday. So now every time that's his birthday, I can remember it's another year of NicknLex. And then also we registered the
our
plates.
new car, the plates, so it'll always have like registration today.
So it doesn't say, because we want to have plates that say NicknLex, but we can't do that yet. So that's gonna have to wait.
But thank you everyone so much for being here. We've got a lot of you. Bernard, we've got Matt here. Bernard.
Hey, man.
Matt, thank you so much. And that's awesome that you shared your first request. Dave is here. Andrew Wallace. A lot of these names.
Scotland. He's in Scotland.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, that's insane.
Mr. Wondrous is in the house. Is it really Mr. Wondrous? Guys, go check him out on Instagram. He does amazing, amazing art.
We're gonna
wow.
Today we're talking about recording, Alexa and I, and we already have a cover, but it's amazing pictures she took for the cover art. But maybe we could do something in the future together. Maybe like a cover or something, because this guy, oh my god, you have to check him out.
Check his art out.
Amazing. It's like literally like those covers by Yes. Like that kind of talent. Like amazing.
It is. So it really is. Raider fan is in the house. Frank. Yeah. Wow. Everyone is just talking. Look at this. Alan Parsons fan. Thank you guys so much.
Great Scott in the house. Michael Malone. We have
look, Christine and Stella.
Hey,
Stella,
our newest member.
The newest guest on our show. My sister Stella. If you guys have seen her video that we posted today, which is also very special, today was the day we posted our first video, and today was the day we posted the first video with Stella.
She joined the NicknLex clan literally 2 years
at the 2-year mark. So very cool. We had a lot of fun with her. We released that Genesis video today, which by the way is creating a lot of conversation. A lot of people don't think that it's that it was a good choice. So let us know your thoughts on that. Welcome, Dwayne, Sebastián, muchísimas gracias por todo el apoyo. Argentino, campeones, Messi es Dios, ya sabemos.
No, pero it was a nice, for those of you who watch soccer.
Thank you, Raider fan.
I know in the States, not many people watch soccer, but we watched almost every game.
Yeah.
And we were just like, first, of course, Mexico, and then Germany got eliminated, and Argentina is the world champion once again, por la tercera vez o cuarta.
No me quiero equivocar. Prefiero
no la tercera vez.
Lo busqué, pero ya no me acuerdo. We don't remember if it's 3 wins.
Mundial 4 veces. 4 times we've been world champion. Okay, enough about soccer. Pero felicidades.
Felicidades. And we've got Lee and Mike here joining us today. Rob Gray, thank you so much, Rob Gray. It definitely has been a roller coaster ride. You've been an amazing support to us and the channel. Thank you so much. Bernard.
Why do you say Bernard?
I don't know. Bernard is in Montreal. Scott. We've got Mickey D.
Mickey D in the house.
Lots of
also
people.
Also very supportive of like just like when it comes to requests,
Yes.
sponsoring videos. Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you so much for that. Evan says that Stella did great.
She did.
I think that she did too. Fernando says not a good choice. Okay, that's one point of view, but the way we see it, she did say that she listens to Taylor Swift and Katy Perry. So for me, I don't want to scare her away.
Yeah, we wanted to make it fun, and she does listen to classical music and jazz.
And that was her favorite song out of all of them. She loved it, and she was super happy that we did it. So then that means it was a great choice.
But I even said at the beginning of the video, we will play her other stuff, but I don't want to intimidate a 10-year-old with a 12-minute epic. You know, like, let's keep it short and sweet, you know, and let's make it enjoyable.
Yep.
She will listen to Alan Holdsworth, and I'm just kidding. No, you know, I mean, you know, Yes, and Genesis and all that good stuff. We listen to Steely Dan, but everything, you know.
Yep.
In its time.
Exactly. We're, you know, like Scott says, any Genesis is good.
Yes.
You know, and it really was just such a fun time, and just the fact that she liked it so much is already a win, because that's the whole idea. I want to open that door.
She's not gonna start counting
in
the
a
time
subtle way
and say,
"Oh, my dad is here too."
Oh, yay! Dad Mario's in the house.
Greg is here, music fan. Jeffrey from Florida. Nice. We definitely do need some Yes t-shirts. I absolutely agree with that. This was on our Amazon wish list for our Christmas wish list, because Dolphin PT says you guys need some Yes t-shirts. Yes, so I'm agreeing
cool.
With that.
I mean,
the
logo.
I know, they're awesome. Raider fan agrees that Stella was so comfortable in front of the camera. I thought so too.
Yes. She's a natural.
Yeah.
She was not nervous. She never, like, we just sat down. We were like, "Are you ready?" And she's like, "Sure." You know, like, some people, I was very shy when I was 10 years old. I could have never done that.
Yeah. You know?
Just sit in front of the camera. And I know that's a lot of people. And so, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely was a good song, I think, to start her off. And, you know, it was definitely a success. So thank you guys for your support. And thank you, Joss, for being here. You are so nice. You're always so active in the comments. And I just love seeing you in the comments. So thank you. And look, we've got Debbie too. Woo,
Yay.
Debbie. Deborah, you're always everywhere too. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for being here. You know, it's amazing that it's been 2 years. In a certain way, it feels like it's been longer, just because you, like I said, you guys are such an important part of our lives, and it just feels like we've established a connection for longer than 2 years to the music, to you guys. I guess it doesn't matter. So thank you so much for being there for us and for guiding us in this journey. Like Nick said, for sponsoring requests and supporting us on the Patreon, which, speaking of which, we're catching up. Like, this is a catch-up month for us. We're definitely going to be releasing, obviously, more requests, but just haven't done so yet. And we were going to do them in small bursts, but then we were like, oh my gosh, we've got all this stuff to catch up with. Let's just.
But we're doing pretty well. Yes. So because we did the full album of Pink Floyd, full album of Steven Wilson.
Yep.
And then Rudy helped us make some decisions about, because we do 2 songs a month on the Patreon that basically are not welcome on YouTube, that get blocked, and so you have to do all this research, like what's music that gets blocked on YouTube. So he helped us with that, and so we're going to do those. We're catching up on the raffle winners. We did all the winners until this month, right?
Yep.
We got them all in.
Yep.
We're doing those videos, and since they're marathons, it's a little bit more difficult for Alexia to sit there for like 20 minutes. The other day we did a marathon, and it was 30 minutes at the end, and she was like, she just got up and she's like, don't even show me anything.
It's just so hard, because it's like, after so long, like
of not doing it and then suddenly doing it.
Yeah, no, like sitting at work and then like coming home and then sitting for longer, and then, you know, obviously I'm not gonna like be all slouchy or on the floor,
maybe
you
that would
know,
be good.
like I'm obviously like trying to make sure that the angle is good and everything. So it's like it's not super easy, but I try my best.
Scott said something, you need to publish a master list.
That's hilarious. Yes, I know. That's something that I was thinking of too. Actually, since I know how on top of everything Rudy is, I asked him if he seemed to have one, and he didn't, sadly. But I was like, okay, I just figured I would ask, because why do it myself if someone else has already done it? So if someone else is watching this and has already done it, please forward it along. Or if anyone wants to volunteer, that would be just amazing, and potentially rewarding. So thank you. Raider wants to know if Marley has a special 2-year celebration outfit.
Mama, come here. Good boy. Come here. Come. Say hi.
Come.
Oh, he does his typical Chewbacca talk.
I love that.
Like he literally comes in and he's like, what's going on? But he's like that all the time, even when we go to bed. Like, and I call him, he's like, but he just literally talks, and he likes to like, he literally tries to form words.
Yeah, he does.
But he does like that waggle, waggle, waggle.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should totally. That would be funny to record like a song and have Marley say a few words.
I know that would, and just like as a back, I'm like. Alan Parsons fan wants to know how old Marley is. We don't necessarily know, because we got him and he was a stray. So his teeth were all messed up, and the vet could never really say, because
I don't think he's too old. I mean, those jumps that he does,
yeah,
from the bed,
yeah,
like an old dog couldn't do that. So I think he's like, we've had him for 4 years.
Yeah.
So if he was a year old in the street, maybe he's 5.
Yeah, I would say anywhere between 5 and 7, probably.
Look at this face. Oh, I mean, look at him.
Oh,
look at
Marley.
Him. Oh boy, he's a cute guy.
Yeah. So thank you all so much for being here. The real Zigmo says happy anniversary. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Michael Malone in the house, thank you for all of your amazing requests. Oh, this is so generous, MJ. We've like been looking, and we went to a furniture store, and we saw these like chairs, like actual like chairs, but they were pretty cool because they were round, which in my head I'm like, oh, that's cool, because sometimes I like to sit like in the like crisscross or lotus position or whatever, because that helps kind of stretch the hip muscles, but in this chair I can't, so that kind of like is also what hurts me, is that I can't really move. So that chair, but the problem is we'd need to change the whole setup to like right here, so that both chairs could fit next to each other, because in the space that we've
talked about it before, but we just
and we have a lot going on, you know, like again, we just got the car. Yeah,
so here's my wound.
Oh,
like it's literally like a squish, like it squished my finger so hard that it was bleeding like internally, but I still recorded that intro with this finger. I was like really excruciating, the pain, but I was just in the mood.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. That was a bad injury. Marley, the star of the show. And
totally.
So Bernard wants to know how many years we've been together. This month we're celebrating 13 years together, 11 of those married. So yeah, that's how long, and we knew each other maybe like a year before then, but didn't really get to know each other that well. Look at this. Barry says, pups are the best, sort of like yes is best. Yeah, love it.
But it's Bill Frizzle. I was talking to Matt about that. It's on the 10th. On the 10th of February. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so Matt told me that he lives here in Denver. So, and I heard awesome. A little, and I like it. I like it very much. We have like this thing going on that he's going to listen to Holdsworth, and I'm going to listen to Frizzle.
Yep.
And then we're going to interchange notes.
You told me about that. That is so cool. Thank you, Jonathan, so much for being here. Thank you to everyone who's commenting. You guys are so sweet. We got a lot of Yes
fans in the house tonight.
Yeah, I know.
We're all the Rush fans. Okay, we have Frank. Frank, he's a diehard Rush fan.
Yes, he is.
Kent.
Oh, Kent in the house.
Kent, he likes everything.
I know. He's always sending love to his Rocky Mountain friends.
I mean, close to the edges, even for me, it's still a little bit like intense.
I've
been listening to Brog for a long time. But Alexia, she's the Yes fan. I'm the Genesis fan. And we're both Rush fans, right? And we tried King Crimson the other night, and it didn't really work out that well, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe we just chose the wrong CD, because that one we're just gonna listen to freely. We can't do it on the channel. He literally
and we can't even
everything.
Do it on Patreon.
We had a full album on Patreon, and he went to Patreon. What's his
name? Robert Fripp.
Robert Fripp. So Mr. Fripp went to Patreon, and he said, if they don't delete that album, you have to close their channel. And we're like, whoa. So yeah, we're not gonna do any King Crimson. We can't. So yeah.
Look, Scott said, oh yes, the 13 years of NicknLex, because I printed that thing out. You can see it behind the
behind the Ibanez.
Yeah, behind the Ibanez, you can see this square. I printed it out and gave it to Nick in a frame. And it had like one thing for each year. So the NicknLex, that's funny. David Stafford says he's going to go see Pat Metheny Side Eye for the third 30th. Time in June, or 30th.
Maybe.
Please clarify. Lots of Jeff Beck. Oh, look, B-Mac in the house.
B-Mac in the house. Today I listened to a really cool Jan Hammer and Jeff Beck. Oh, Aldi Meola in the house, of course, too, here. That was a great song.
Yes.
I don't want to spoil it, but you'll see it very soon. It's an amazing collaboration together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love it. So, yeah, King Crimson. I mean, the King Crimson that we heard was amazing. The One Time and the Court of the Crimson King.
Yeah.
I mean, not my favorite style of rock, but it was interesting.
Yeah. Not like
Fripp is a flake. Yeah, he's kind of weird because he hides behind the amp.
Another true fact.
Don
this
Henley.
is very true. Don Henley is also merciless.
Yeah.
We were talking about that because we were thinking of doing Hotel California with Stella, but that one she had already heard, I think. But we were like, okay, but we're not going to be able to post that on YouTube because Nick one time posted the solo and Don Henley took it away because of the backing track.
He literally gave me a strike.
Yeah.
3 strikes and your channel is over.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's crazy.
You can't take that.
Yeah.
How about Tall? I love Tall. Isn't she amazing? We saw her the other day.
Yes. Oh my gosh. We saw a performance
with Jeff Beck.
She is.
And she was only like 21.
She was very young there. Yeah. They were both looking like young, you know? Yeah. But yeah, she's so cool. I love her and I love her hair and her like baggy pants and like awesome. I love her.
Yeah. Who is better,
Okay.
Metallica or Megadeth? Don't do that to me, because I grew up like Metallica was my first experience with metal, Justice for All, and then I bought all the records, and then I discovered Megadeth. I think Megadeth is more technical. They have the better solos, but I like James Hetfield singing better. And I guess Megadeth has been more consistent with their records. They still play like they play, like they played in the 80s, and Metallica has changed. I think they're both too good to compare. They're just different. It's like saying who's better, Iron Maiden or Judas Priest. There's no. I guess both of them. I can't really. I can't decide. It's too hard.
That is a hard question.
I have too much love towards Metallica, but also too much love towards Megadeth, especially with Marty Friedman.
Yeah, and that is. I know that's a tough one for you because I know how much you love both of them and admire both of them.
But a good question, though.
Yeah, it is very good. So I had a question for Rob Gray. Lark's Tongues in Aspic. Is this King Crimson that we should listen to, or who is that? Kent is leaving. Thank you so much, Kent, for being here. Thank you.
Bon
Hope
appetit,
you have a good
night.
Mon ami. Look, okay, we've got Metallica. We've got never heard any metal music as of yet. What? Is that a serious answer?
No, that can't be true. If you heard Black Sabbath, you've heard metal.
I need to know that. I need to know if that's a
or
serious
Led Zeppelin
answer.
or Uriah Heep. So metal is not just 80s.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so King Crimson. So we'll listen to that song. We'll give it a good listen. What was it called? Lark's Tongues in Aspic. Okay, so we'll take note of that. Pantera versus Slayer.
Oh, Pantera. The thing is about Slayer, I don't really know them that well. It's like, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, you like Anthrax?" And I'm like, "Oh, I know like one album." But I would say Pantera because Cowboys from Hell, that's the one that you like too. You know,
yeah,
the Cemetery Gates.
Cemetery Gates.
But just
yep, I like.
I love the
song.
falsetto. That
I like Pantera very much. Like sometimes when I'll play Cemetery Gates, like Pantera Radio comes on after that, and I've never like skipped one. I've always been like, oh, okay, this is good. I like his voice and I like their style, you know.
It's very like
yeah. Yep.
It's very like thrash, but it's more like we appeared on this video. Like this is this huge compilation of reaction like people, and we're in that video Walk by Pantera. And when he does the solo, I think they that's when I speak, and I'm talking about the way he played the solo.
Oh,
that's like the only line that we got. Which is funny,
I think I remember that.
But
and then we were also like moving our heads.
Cemetery Gates is a cover.
Oh,
what? Only Matt knows this stuff.
I know.
Like
How?
he's like a musical like encyclopedia of the 90s, literally.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. We should listen to the original.
We definitely should.
Doggy loves to room.
I know. So Lee says Pantera is overrated.
Well, it's all good, you know.
It's okay. Like again, that's something that is so cool that we all have different tastes, and that's how we end up listening to all types of music, and that's what makes
what I
so
kind of don't understand. All you like Yes fans and Rush fans, how did you not like more Iron Maiden? Iron Maiden is so good, you know, especially the first 7 albums. And I'm gonna stop after the 7th because then they became something like, I don't know, they just changed styles a lot, and it's still great. I still love it.
Yeah,
but it's not. I wouldn't recommend it as a progressive, like, you know. music.
Yeah.
But the first 7 albums are very good. Listen to them. Amazing guitar solos, amazing singing, riffs. Oh, it's just beautiful. Like Iron Maiden is very good. For all you people that think that it's not like Metallica, it's not like Pantera. Iron Maiden is it's like Rush. It's a very specific style that nobody else could imitate. So I would say Judas Priest is very close, but they were before, so they're not imitating Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden is their own style. It's like Rush. When we talk about prog, we say yes, Genesis, and then Rush is like it's a totally different subject. It's like they're in their own little bubble because they are so unique. They don't sound like Yes, they don't sound like Genesis, they don't sound like Floyd. They sound like Rush. That's the only band where we kind of like take a step aside between us.
Yeah.
So.
I agree. Like Rush can't be put into any category. It's hard. Or at least just one. If you had to pick several, maybe. But
yeah, I mean, if we're going to talk about prog rock, yes, but just as these 5, 6 important bands, you know, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know why it is that way, but it is.
Yeah.
It's totally unique.
Raider fan says your long distance runaround short was great. I thought so too. And right before we started recording, Nick was sitting here with the guitar and showing me like, okay, look up close, like how it's moving and how it's going and what I'm doing with each finger. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's insane. I can't believe. And he's so quick at like,
yeah, I learned it
learning
like in
stuff.
Literally 20 minutes. I had it pretty much down. Like I looked up the sheet music. It took me like 5 minutes just to get it in my head, and then I had to pick what positions were the most comfortable ones, and then I just played it over and over again. And then Alexia came in and got me in my PJs. So it's not my favorite video, but it does sound cool. And yeah.
Okay, so David is saying, meet me in Cincinnati, June 13th, Pat Metheny live. Tickets go on pre-sale. Ooh, that would be fun.
Where's Cincinnati?
Ohio.
Oh,
June 13th. It's a Tuesday. Maybe. That would be a lot of fun. Seeing Pat Metheny live is something we're dying to do. It's like on our bucket list, basically.
So B-Mag says more of those guitar shorts or riffs and licks would be great. Sure.
We can do that.
I can do that, no problem. Maybe set up the camera, a different camera, or use your phone for those.
Yeah.
Because with this, it's just the angle is too low. You can't really see the guitar. But yeah, sure. And you can make suggestions, you know, like, hey, play the intro of... What's that? The song?
I can't remember.
From Yes? No?
It's in my head.
Yes, but that's close to the edge.
Okay. Yeah. But which one were you doing?
It goes like, let's see if anybody like catches it. It's like... And then no?
That okay.
I think it's from the same Fragile. I think it's from Fragile.
I think it's
Is that
I think it's
and then I guess it does that. Wait. Like pull it up, the record?
Let me see.
Roundabout. Yeah, that's Roundabout.
Yeah, it's Roundabout. Yes, Roundabout, exactly.
Yeah, I could try and...
Yeah.
I think that's pretty easy to
do. Someone said, oh, maybe not. Heart of the Sunrise.
Yes.
Oh.
You see, B-Mac, even though I was singing it horribly. But yeah. Sure.
Awesome. Oh, look, Raider fan says, oh, okay, hold on. Raider fan says some of your other fans live in Ohio too. That would be fun to do reunions. Ohio, Canada.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun.
For the win.
Yeah. Oh, Modmari super chat. Thank you so much. That is so sweet of you.
You have to read it though.
It says, have you heard Roger Waters' album Amused to Death featuring Jeff Beck on guitar? Chef's Kiss, amazing from start to finish. We've done
we did one, but it's a miracle.
Yeah, exactly.
From Amused to Death. I did not know that Jeff Beck was on that album.
I didn't either.
We should try.
I didn't either.
Check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I had no idea either. How about adding Tangerine Dream to your list?
That's so funny because we have heard some Tangerine Dream, like just like now and then when we listen to like New Age. I know they're from Germany, but yeah, that would be definitely.
That would be yeah. Nick has always talked about them, and I've always been some really epic just so curious.
Solos, and it's like I don't know, is this correct? Vangelis or Vangelis?
I don't know.
Vangelis.
I've always said Vangelis.
So then it must be correct. Vangelis.
Yeah, it must be correct if I say it that way. Look, we have another question. Who is better, Papo or Rata Blanca? I love Rata Blanca.
It's different. It's different. Papo is more like rock, no?
Rock, blues.
Y Rata Blanca is metal. I think they're both.
Yeah.
¿Es Sebastián es argentino?
Me parece que sí.
Creo que los dos son muy buenos, pero creo que pues no sé, o sea, es como decir quién es mejor, Papos o Spinetta.
Oh, yeah.
Eso es poquito más cerca, ¿no?
Yeah.
Pero es muy difícil escoger.
Sí, esa es una pregunta muy difícil. That's too hard of a question. We've got Mauricio in the house. Oh, look, I would drive from Indy to Ohio from Indianapolis. That is so cool. Look, Canada, Michigan. We need to get out there.
We have to do like a U.S. tour.
I know. I love it. We've got Mindai here.
That's true. More Kansas. We have to do more.
Yes, more Kansas for sure. Actually, Kansas would be a good one to do with Stella. Yes. And also Boston.
She would love Kansas.
Yeah.
Boston, yes.
Yeah, Mackie Mintle said Boston would be he said he listened to Boston when he was
Stella,
that age.
The first thing she said yesterday, she said it sounds happy. She likes happy. Yeah. That's why like Firth of Fifth or Supper's Ready, those are not happy songs. So we played her. Should we share what we played her?
Yeah.
So yesterday we played her Enter Sandman, and she loved it. Even though it was a little bit, I guess, at the beginning, like the whole. I mean, it was a little loud for her ears, but and then we did some sad song. But you want to keep that a secret, at least one?
Okay, let's keep it a secret.
But yeah, I think Boston is very positive.
Yes.
Maybe also Thin Lizzy. She would like Thin Lizzy.
I agree.
But definitely Kansas.
Look, Christine says Stella will try it out. So, Stella by Strawlight. Love it. Oh, thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much. I will check it out. I promise. It's so hard to keep up with like all the messages and, everything it's a lot, like a lot of social medias, a lot of emails, our lives, our jobs, our daily routines,
it's so difficult.
Walking Marley and just like life
in general. And so, to have a channel is literally like a full-time job.
Yeah.
Besides having a full-time job.
But we love it. But we'd love to be able to do this full-time and be able to answer messages for a living. But sadly, that's not where we're at right now. So Raider fan is going to bed. Bye, Raider fan.
Buenas noches.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your love. You are such an important part of this channel. We love it. Music fan says, can't wait to hear more of your mixtape reactions. That was
Definitely
a hard one. Yeah. That was a very, very hard one, but we're also very excited. We're like,
we're gonna do Radiohead next.
The next one, yeah, Radiohead.
Because we already did, like, we could do a longer Year of the Cat.
Yeah, we could. It would be a different Year of the Cat.
Song.
Like it would be like in
also,
a totally different
we kind of
perspective.
Like screwed up because the first song we literally, when we clicked the first time ever, was Time.
Yeah.
It is on there, but that was the first time that we actually were singing. I was sitting in the car and she was sitting in the car. And we were both singing the lyrics to Time, and she's like, yeah, you know the lyrics? Like, and I'm like, oh, you know the lyrics. So that was kind of like the first time, but a year passed, so we were not together, so it doesn't count as a mixtape. Yeah.
But like that's, I think, one of the reasons why it is on there, because throughout our time together we have like heard it quite a bit, you know, wherever like we've been. So yeah, thank you everyone again so much for being here. Look, Stella would love Chicago the band. That's a very, very good suggestion.
But let's do the maybe that's Tuesday. Da, 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 da. Dun, dun, dun,
oh yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun,
right?
Dun.
Kind of like that Chicago.
Yeah.
Not the proggy one.
Yet. Yeah.
Tower of Power. Yes. We have some Tower of Power reactions on the channel. What is hip?
Yep.
Tell me.
Yep. Love Tower of Power.
Soul
Absolutely
Vaccination.
love horns.
No, we have that one. Soul Vaccination.
But we know several.
Yeah.
We were going to
see Tower of Power at Red Rocks, and I can't believe we didn't go. But I think we had just returned from Spain.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just
¿Quién es más macho? Elton John o Freddie Mercury? I think Elton John, no?
Yeah.
Oh no, maybe no. Freddie Mercury, when you see him live, you seem very,
very well put together.
Yeah.
Thank you all for everything you've done. Like these last 2 years have been just wonderful, and you guys have really shown us a lot of love and support, and we just want to like make sure everyone hears this. Thank you so much for all you do, and all of the information that you leave, and it's just amazing because we have our community of people that it's like, oh, what did this person think of it, and what did this person say? And just know that you are all very, very much appreciated. So thank you very much. I want to next question. He's asking, languages does Stella speak? She speaks, well, she speaks one and understands Spanish. Yeah. But
she speaks it. No?
Yeah.
So that's 2 then.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, because I've heard her speak Spanish, maybe not like super long sentences, but she will be able to do that.
I think so too. I think that that's kind of where I was getting at, is like she understands everything. So going to Mexico for like a summer, like my other sister did, and just being involved in like a summer camp and then being with family over there for the summer, just really ingrained that. So I think that
she can speak English.
Because she doesn't have to speak it right now. So it's just hard. And I remember being in that situation. But it was, I think, a little bit, I don't know. I was more involved with Spanish, I think, because we would often go to Mexico, and so it was just different. But
also, like, you had something different because your dad would speak to you only in Spanish
in the house,
and your mom would only speak to you in English.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you had
that's
no
true.
chance. But
Yeah, and it was always like, in the house we don't speak English.
And the way I learned
oh.
English and Spanish is because I moved from Germany to Mexico, and then I was like, okay, I don't understand anything. So I had to learn Spanish and English at the same time, and then I went to school, and it was a bilingual school. So some classes were in English, some were in Spanish, so I just like learned them at the same time.
Yeah. And that's quite amazing, because learning a language is...
And the Italian, I used to be fluent as a child. My dad only spoke to me in Italian, and I think that's why I picked up the Spanish very fast when I moved to Mexico, because I found myself speaking Spanish way faster than English.
Oh.
And I was always very shy to speak English.
But because Spanish is what people at the tienda would speak, like at the store, on the bus. You want to buy this, you have to say it in Spanish. So that's what gets it going. It's like me and German. I don't speak German, but I can understand it, to where if I go for 3 to 6 months, I would come back and...
No, but her German is actually very good. Like, let's make a little test. So, wie geht's dir heute?
Gut, und dir?
Sehr gut. Kannst du mir deinen kompletten Namen sagen?
Mein Name ist Alexia Janelle Flores.
Sehr gut. Und wie alt bist du?
Ich bin 31.
This is not rehearsed. No, that's the mistake.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah. So.
Oh my word, Michelle is in the house. Hello, Michelle. Oh my gosh, we're so happy.
And he's like, and wow, it's so cool to have you in the house,
Michelle.
We've been missed.
Yes, you absolutely have, Michelle. So good to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for your love and your hugs, and for everything, for being the godmother of the channel, and for all the love. You were a huge part of building this channel. When we opened up requests, she would buy like 8 and would send us like, okay, this is what you need to listen to, but like would also give us options.
Very structured.
Yeah, she came up with the marathon ideas. I mean, she is the founding mother of this whole...
Totally. And she always gave us great advice. Still to this day. Yes. So thank you so much, Michelle. We love you.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. And look, Christine, exactly. So her babysitter spoke nothing but Spanish the first 3 years, and that really helped. And then my grandma's home, so there's constantly Spanish being spoken. There's just not a need to speak it. So that's what's hard, is implementing that. And like, that is totally understandable. We're so happy to have you all here. Thank you so much. Nick is getting emotional.
I was. I'm okay. Don't worry, guys. I got this, okay?
Yeah, you got this. You got this.
There's so many I wish we could like just show all the comments you guys write.
I love this. Michelle, ma belle, sont les mondes qui vont très bien ensemble. Très bien ensemble. I love that song.
There's a very cool version, guys. I know I'm that guy. The only cover there's this basically called Jazz Beatles, and Alan Holdsworth.
Mm-hmm.
He plays Michelle.
Yay!
He's the one that chose that song, and I would like to find it. I would love to find it, and it's an instrumental, you know, but with his tone, saxy guitar, beautiful, really cool. That's how I know this song, because I was like, oh, that's Alan Holdsworth, Michelle. What is that? And I bought the CD. This is when you would still buy CDs. That was in Cancun. I bought it.
Oh wow!
And it had like a guitar and an apple, and it's really cool. I'm gonna look for it.
You should. That sounds really cool. I used to love that song, and I was not like, again, super into the Beatles, but that was one that would always catch my eye. And I remember when computers were like huge and the internet made sounds and everything. I remember looking up like the lyrics and like learning the French parts. So
it's so funny. I just thought of like, because today, I don't know, in a marathon, I was talking about internet and dial-up. And you know what I looked up first? The first time I got on the internet, I went to McDonald's. I don't know why. It was just fascinating. I think it just came to my head. Like McDonald's, you had to like write HTTP, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then I put www.mcdonalds.com, and you could see the menu. It's like, that's fascinating.
But that would make sense, because McDonald's is something that's so big.
I was just a child. Like, to see, like, what else can I think of? Like, and I remember that suddenly Amazon popped up, and it was just a bookstore. Like, and I was like,
I remember that. I remember buying my college books on Amazon and thinking, this is crazy. Like, I really thought that. I was like,
but for me, it was just a bookstore.
I know, me too. But at that time, I would read a lot, which I'm getting back into reading, by the way, and I wanted to tell you guys about that. But I would read so much, and I just thought it was fascinating that I ordered all my textbooks on this website, my first time ever. And then I was like, oh, what if it's just not only for textbooks? And then I looked up like a book that I wanted, and it was there. And I was like, oh, this is cool. So
now you can buy.
Yeah. Everything. And now, I mean, I still think it's the best thing that's ever been invented. I'm just kidding. No, I don't. But I use it a lot. So it's just amazing how quickly time flies. Look, Scott says he's been working on computers for 50 years now. That's amazing.
Oh my God.
To see Scott, that progression.
My brother and I, we used to own this computer called Commodore 64. And but we would have it like for video games. You know, you could like put in all this code, and then suddenly you could play. And then we had the Amiga, and I'm sure you remember that. And also the graphics were like amazing for that time. If you look them up now, they're worse than like a Nintendo, just a Nintendo. But I'm sure you know those, so I just wanted to mention that. But 50 years, that's a long time.
That is a very long
like,
time.
What, in the 80s or 70s? That's the first computer. Before PC, I guess.
That's amazing. I had several Amigas. I love that. Okay. I love that it's called Amigas.
No, it was called the
Amiga. Yep. Yeah, I know.
It was the Commodore Amiga.
That's hilarious.
And I think Amiga stood for something like, not Amiga, like mi amiga. No,
yeah, it was probably like an acronym for something. Look, my little sister worked at Commodore back in the early 80s. That's funny.
We have even this inside joke, like the Commodore. What do we say?
Commodore 64. Like when something's comfortable, because in Spanish, cómodo is comfortable.
Yeah. When we say, Commodore 64. Oh, this is very Commodore 64. That's like a little, like, you know, the language you invent when you're with someone for a long time.
Chris is here from the UK. Hello, Chris. Thank you for joining us. Michael is here from Rancho Mirage. I don't know where that is, but I like it. It sounds
New Mexico.
There was a place I remember in
Texas.
Puerto Vallarta that these American or Canadians created, and it was like a spa, like kind of getaway place, retreat, and it was called Rancho Relaxo. And I always love that. So if you're ever in the area, they might still be open. I don't know, but so LS says it wasn't an acronym; it just meant friend.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Amiga.
Yeah, because it's like so, like Alexa is your amiga. You know, she'll do anything for you.
Do you see that like our internet connection is
I know.
crappy?
I don't know why. I looked at that
do we
earlier.
Look okay, or do we
yeah,
look
I
like...
actually wanted to ask what everybody said.
Because we have one bar, and now we have two bars.
Okay, I turned off the Wi-Fi on the phones, so hopefully that helps. Oh, Michael Malone sending us a super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of your support on the channel, for all of your love. You're always just spreading love. You're always...
But most of, like, what I love about this, especially the people that are on right now, you're like the base, right? And there's never a negative comment from you guys. It's all these like kind of like vacationers that pop into the channel and they leave their crappy comments and then leave. And it's just something you have to deal with when you put yourself out there on the internet. You're just gonna deal with a lot of like negativity, and it is what it is.
Yeah,
but not from you guys.
It happens. It happens. Okay, so people are saying we are cutting off on occasion and we're fuzzy. So I will be right back. I think I know something that I can do. So I'll be right back.
All right. So I'm by myself now. Let me see. Oh, there's the mouse. I was like, where's the mouse? So let's see. Oh, so we're fuzzy AF. Oh, okay. So we're very fuzzy. And we freeze too. Okay, we freeze. Thank you so much, Mind's Eye. Thank you so much for that. I think you're a Holdsworth fan, or Mind's Eye reminds me of Vinnie Moore, great guitar player. Let's see. David Sullivan. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Congrats, NicknLex, and all in NicknLex land. Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
Okay.
Yes, you're good and kind. What did you do?
I just tried something. I don't know, but we'll see. But I couldn't do a reset or anything because...
Oh, so even my voice cuts out. Wow, this is a crappy video. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. That's sad.
That's not bueno.
That is very bad. So what's happened since I left?
When you left, it's like, so now we can talk. Yeah, no.
That's funny.
Oh, did I ever show you Toccata by ELP? I did. Right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, everything I react to by myself, Lex listens to. Today I was showing her Toto, the 4 songs I reacted to. Usually when we go for a drive anywhere, like, you know, we go shopping or like just get food, or, you know, and I play her the music that I react to. So I have like this extra list that's basically all that I have to show to her.
Alexia. And sometimes I'll go in there and I'll listen on my way from work or to work.
So, but something has occurred here that we have to talk about. It's very serious.
Oh.
So, I got my first Steely Dan request marathon by myself. I know it's sacrilegious. It's a sin, but I have to do it. So, what are we gonna do?
Yep.
You're like, where is it?
I'm like, what is it?
But it's all songs that let's see.
Where is it? Here?
And it's
here.
Go up.
King's Tea House.
No, I just like put Kings, and then because it's 5 songs, so I put the first letter of the first song.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it's
Well,
2 songs by Donald Fagen and 3 by Steely Dan.
okay.
And
Well,
when I got it, I was like, oh, I can't say no, but it's just like it's like the only one that where you're not gonna be present on video.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we're gonna listen to it 1,000 times later.
I don't mind because there's so much.
Yeah, we can't
there's
really do
so
it. I love Michelle.
much.
It's like, oh well, guilty.
But yeah, that was her. That was her.
No,
so, no,
no.
Oh, okay.
No. Oh no, I did a marathon for Michelle also by myself, but it was just. Oh, it was a very small one.
I do remember you already did Steely Dan without me.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I'm like, is it the first time? I couldn't.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe I'm imagining.
But I mean,
this.
look. I mean, let's stay real. Like we can't react to every single music in the world.
It's
together.
Impossible. It would be so hard.
Yeah.
And I love Nick's reactions because I feel like they add.
You watched it?
Yes. And
you do?
Yes.
Oh my god, she watches my reactions. Really? When?
Well, when I'm at like
work?
Back at the office, I can like put my phone there and put my AirPods on, and I can listen. But I think it just adds like the fact that he takes out his guitar and kind of shows you. I'm a very visual person. I know. Which I don't like. But I'm a very visual person, and
so I should take out the guitar more.
I think you should. Honestly, I think you should, because that's something that just adds something, like showing you so that you can see it on the fretboard, or I don't know. I just think it's fun. But I also like just obviously that you catch things, and just to be able to see like your emotions and stuff. So
my God, Michelle was like, so I'm forgiven. Of course you are.
Her little kitty cat.
Yeah, no. So and BMX says you spy on me when I do my reactions.
Oh yeah, I spy on you.
It's so funny. I've never watched my own reaction videos. Like I don't even check them. I just record them and I upload them. And if there's something wrong, I would never know.
Yeah.
Maybe I should watch a reaction video of myself. I don't even know what I do. Like, because sometimes I record the thing and then I have no idea. I mean, of course I do remember what I did, but if I did something, I made a mistake, I would not remember because I never edit anything.
Yeah.
Because that would take out the real reaction. I'm not gonna like doctor anything.
Yeah.
So
look, Mo is asking, how about some Stevie Ray Vaughan one day, live only, jaw dropping.
I did that today. And I'll release it tomorrow. and you can thank Rudy because he made me do it, and it was great.
Yeah,
I have a totally different perception of Stevie Ray Vaughan. I don't know, because I've been listening to different guitar players than I only listen to jazz fusion players. So I guess the first time wasn't as, I don't know.
Yeah.
And now I'm like more open to everything, So
yeah.
So tomorrow you'll see my reaction.
Sebastian has another question. Nick is from Germany and Lex is American British. I'm American, half Mexican, half American, one parent and one parent, and then grew up kind of half and half. So
now Sebastian, why do you think she's British? Her accent? Because I don't hear it.
Maybe it's.
But we did the DNA test, and I'm like Norwegian, Swedish. What else?
Which one?
My DNA: Norwegian, Swedish.
Oh,
Icelandic.
Yeah.
Like literally everything north of Germany, and then a little bit of Germany, and then Italy. That's it. And then I looked, like there's nothing even remote, nothing in America, not even a dot, nothing. And then Alexia, she had a little bit in the like America, right? Was it Mexico?
A lot of Mexico was like 13,
Yeah,
15%.
Spanish, like
a lot of
13.
Spaniard.
Then she was like also 13% German. You?
Yeah, British.
And British, you were like 30%.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Have we talked
a
about
lot of
that?
Spain, a lot of like Britain,
Yeah.
and what was the other like big one?
Germany,
Britain, Spain, a little. Some Portugal.
Yeah.
Also. So, yeah, very odd combination. Jerry, thank you so much, Jerry, for this super chat. Thank you for celebrating with us. You started watching when we did Peg and have been a fan of you guys ever since. Normally I'd say buy a pizza, but now you might be able to use it on a down payment for a dozen eggs. That is so true. My cousin posted a picture on Facebook story when like that whole thing started, and a dozen eggs was priced at $28.99. Crazy.
Usually like $2.
Yeah. Yeah, like maybe some places even $1.99, like if they're on excess, like maybe even 99 cents a dozen.
So there's a thing that Alexia doesn't know, but when you do it, this is called a super chat. And a super chat is basically like you have to read that comment out loud, and it comes first than anybody else.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that. So it says, "Love your videos. Started watching when you did Steely Dan Peg. Oh my god, when I did the snapping against the time, but I know why, because it was edited on a phone, and it's off. The music is off. The way I'm listening to the music and the way you're perceiving it is in different time signatures. So that's why I was clapping against the rhythm, and people were like, "Dude, you have like no rhythm." But it says, and have been a fan of you guys ever since. Normally, I'd say buy you a pizza with 20, but now you might be able to use a down payment for a dozen eggs. Thank you so much, Jerry.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Okay. So here. Congratulations, guys. Hi, Marley. Grateful Dead Live. Thank you, Aspen Ward, for this super chat. Thank you for being here and again celebrating with us and for this gift. Grateful Dead. We need to do more. We've only done one Grateful Dead song. And I know a lot of people are big fans. It's one of those bands, never gotten into it. Always saw the t-shirts.
And then there's even like this deadheads.
Deadheads, yeah.
Deadheads, like the Dans, like
Dan fans yeah, Dan fans or Dan heads.
So Matt says I'm 70% German. We actually talked a little bit of German the other day, and then it says I think 15 Irish and 15 Turk. That's so cool. I have a lot of Turkish friends in Germany. There are a lot of Turks in Germany.
Wow, that's an awesome, interesting mix too. From all your reactions. Okay, I'm so happy you asked this because I was actually thinking it would be very cool to address this because last year I think we kind of wanted to do something like this where we would do like a top whatever of like everything we've heard, and that's so hard. But now after 2 years, I feel it's a bit easier. Like if I'm listening to it still by now, it must be good.
We should still do it, but let's do it here too.
Yeah. Like off camera for me, let's say top, let's say 5, okay? And in no specific order. I listened to a lot of Firth of Fifth.
But you're gonna say songs or
Oh,
band?
songs. What songs did you wind up listening to the
Oh, okay,
most
cool.
off camera? So for the fifth, Close to the Edge. Um, I've listened
So
to
Genesis and Yes.
yeah, Genesis and Yes. Oh, I've listened to a lot of well, Roll the Bones. Even though that's a more recent reaction, I listened to that one a lot.
A lot of people don't like that because of the rap. I think it's great.
Yeah.
And I'm not a rapper, but I just think it changes the game a little bit, and I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, for Steely Dan, oh my gosh, I would finish like I'd have to start using toes. Steely Dan, my favorite song is Caves of Altamira.
He's
My
always stuck by
favorite
that.
song. I listen to
That's
others
so
very,
fun.
very much as well. Babylon Sisters and many others. I listen to a lot of Asia to death. Have played Asia to death. But what else would I say? Oh, surprisingly enough, Brother Tiger. I listen
Oh,
to
yeah.
those quite a bit. The High
But
Tide
that was like something that I kind of discovered. And
yeah,
we did a
exactly.
marathon.
Yep.
That was not a request.
Yeah, but he just said from all your reactions. But yeah, I guess that didn't come from you guys. But yeah, I would say those are songs that I have listened to very, very much that just come off the top of my head. Where? Congrats, Nick and Lex from Bozeman, Montana. Your journey through the music of the past has many diamonds, pearls, rocks, and stones. Each song has a moment of its own. Yes, this is very, very true. It's just if I had to choose songs, so, and this is so sweet to note, shifting perception. Firth the Fifth is what got me into your channel. So Lee, that's so awesome because I just think that that song is so special. And it's just every time I listen to it, I'm like, oh my gosh. And there's a lot of other Rush songs that I listen to and a lot of other Genesis songs that I listen to. And I'm just saying like the top ones, like if I just had to use one hand, but very, very many songs. Oh, we also listened to You by Pat Metheny. We listened to that one a lot.
Yeah. So mine, if I had like off camera, I think the song I've listened to the most, I think it would be Gaucho. Gaucho.
Yeah.
From the Gaucho album.
Or Any Major Dude.
Any Major Dude. Oh my god.
That one too. You played so that one a lot.
I played that one to death. And I love that song so much because it's 3 minutes and 30 seconds and they do everything in this song. But literally when I get into the car, I either put on Gaucho or Glamour Profession. It's like a must. Like that pumps me up. That gets me in the right mood. So of course, a lot of Steely Dan. Green Earrings is still, I said it in the video, it's still my favorite Steely Dan song, but I'm not always in the mood for that one. But Glamour Profession and Gaucho always gets me. You want to do something?
I just wanted to say something, but when you're done, I just remembered.
Because I see your expression, you're like, okay.
No. I just remembered that I don't want to forget a song that I listened to very, very, very much from the beginning by ELP. That one.
Oh yeah, and I learned it
very much played.
And then I wanted to teach it to you, but
yeah,
you still have to work on that.
Yes, but that would be for me like a cool benchmark if I could play that, which I know I can.
She loves that song.
I love everything about that song. I love the guitar. I love the voice. I love the strumming. Oh my gosh. Just wonderful.
So if I have to, so those two off camera, then a lot of Pat Metheny, the train, Last Train
Oh
Home.
yeah.
I listened to that very, very much. And
Letter from Home or
no,
Last Train
Last
Home.
Train
Okay.
Home. Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess. Oh, another song. Oh my God, this is so random, but I listen to Ghosts a lot, right? From what's the band called?
Oh my Lord.
Ship no Big Wreck.
Big Wreck. Yeah.
I don't know, but it just listen to that a lot, like because of the solo is so tasty. And what else from the channel? I guess I've been listening to a lot of Blood on the Rooftops because it's such a great song. I guess my memory is failing right now because I have to go back so much. But I just have caught myself listening to a lot of Genesis, and I always say like I'm the Genesis fan, and she's the Yes fan because I do listen way more to Genesis than Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be like my top 5 just right off my head. So, but we listen to a lot of music.
We do.
Off camera.
We do. It's wonderful, and that's what's changed
share
our lives.
To other friends. Like we have all these friends that are Steely Dan fans. They go with us, you know, to see. They went with us to see Steely Dan, the real Steely Dan, and then the cover band, and then we went with Lee to see Steely Dan.
Citizen
so
Dan.
It's really cool.
Yep. John Anderson Elias of Sunhillow on Patreon is absolutely a good idea. I have been wanting to listen to that album ever since Bob sent it to us, one of the very first presents that we opened, and we have it right there in that cupboard. And I think that's a very good idea for Patreon.
Oh, and then he's asking if we listen to Jethro Tull.
Yes. I listen to My God very much.
Yeah. And the thing also you have to keep in mind that we only listen to the songs that we've reacted to because we don't want to spoil any other possible song that you might request or that we might come up with. So it's limited. It's not really, we don't really listen to everything.
Yeah. And we obviously, what helps me is that we have a playlist on Spotify that we've built up. It's still missing some stuff, but we've built it up and kept it up. And I literally just get in the car and play and see what comes up. And by now it's got hundreds of songs on there. And it's just awesome because although sometimes I do hear same song a couple times, which is weird, but obviously because it's a lottery, you know, you never know which one's going to come on, and the same one's bound to come up several times. But it's just wonderful to just go in and freely be able to, instead of like, oh, I want to listen to this song, let me go into the album, because then the rest starts playing and then you don't want to, you know. So yeah, it's awesome. It's very cool to have that playlist. Have you ever heard the band Nine Horses? David Sylvan's corporations with his brothers start with the song Adam and Cell. I've never heard of that band. Yeah, I've never heard of that. David is it Sylvian, I thought, or Sylvan? I think we did one song of his. Yeah. This is a very good question. We don't technically have one. Not one that works anyway.
But
however,
we have one, but the needle kind of crapped out.
Yeah.
And then it's not like the system that we have here, which is like a studio. When we listen to music here, when we sit a person down here, they're like, whoa. Because I have it the way that when you record something in a recording studio, it hits you like a rock. So this is like usually the place where we listen to music, or on the surround sound or TV. Yeah. But not on the turntable. It's just too low, and it's not as enjoyable. Yeah. But we could possibly buy one. Yeah, we would have room for one because we've talked about having one. But
Yeah, the one that we have now, I don't consider like it's more.
It's like a $20 one. Right?
No,
No?
it wasn't that cheap, but it's definitely not like
It's not
quality in any
it's not like
way.
a stereo system
It just
where
kind
you
of looks
play.
cool and like, yeah,
Mhm.
it's not but we have played things on there. You know, and it's not the best, but we have used it. Always thought new vinyl is the best. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine when the only option was vinyl, just being hooked. I always like to picture you guys like being hooked with your headphones and on the floors, just like laying there listening to this
Back in the day.
back in the day for the first time, or on your
Yeah.
bed, or you know, you really
You got the best
then had
experience.
to pay attention. I mean, yeah, you could put headphones on and do homework or something, but you couldn't take it with you and go running, or you know, listen to that vinyl in the car, or do anything else but just
Yeah.
sit there and
And pay
listen to it.
attention.
Yeah.
Really. And that's what we do. Like we sit
Mhm.
here and there's no phones, there's no
Mhm.
stuff running, there's just a song
Mhm.
and that's it. And that's, I
Mhm.
guess, the experience that I
Mhm.
want
Yeah.
for the rest of my life. Like to listen, not
Mhm.
some like pop in a CD and drive
And
or
that's why this experience is so special, because we're tied to these computers when we're doing the videos and filming our reactions. It's There's no other place. I mean, with certain music, your mind does kind of go out
wander.
there, but obviously that would happen back then too. But it's just awesome to be able to just sit here and say, I'm going to listen to this song. Like, I'm not just going to hear the song. And like, that's
Ah,
what's so
yeah. The
special.
problem was flipping the album when you were high. Yeah,
Yes, this
I'm
could
sure.
absolutely be a problem. I'm
And then
absolutely
put the
sure.
needle on, like.
A beanbag sounds very great.
Then I saw something. Somebody asked me something about if I sing, and he was like, "Please answer a little bit
Oh,
higher."
okay.
Oh,
Are
this
you
Nick, are you sing or first guitar
a
in a
band?
band? I do sing, but I was never the singer in a band. I would always do backup vocals,
Mhm.
but I would play it all the solos.
Mhm.
And sometimes we had two lead guitar players. I was never
Mhm.
the rhythm guitar player only. I would basically be the lead guitar. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Usually the one that would do like the
And
solos
now
and
I'm
stuff.
much more picky because when I met Alexia, I would still play, let's say, a Pink Floyd song and improvise the solo. And she was like,
Yeah.
"What are
Why
you
is this
doing?
happening?
Like, why are you not playing it exactly the way it's on the record?" And I'm like, "Because I like to improvise. I'm cool." But now I have that certain respect that if I play a solo, it has to be exactly the same, and that's why those little solos that I post on the channel are like identical, right?
Yeah.
Like they have to be.
Cuz
Otherwise, I'm like, why
then
even
it's
bother?
yeah.
I mean, it's cool to improvise, but then it's an improvisation over those chords. It's not the solo of that
Mhm.
song. And now, if I'm not in a band right now, but if I would go back into a band, I would be very
Mhm.
strict about that thing.
Yeah.
Like we saw Citizen Dan, and I was looking at the guy when he did Kid Charlemagne, and he kind of like played something else, and I was like, well, right? I was like,
Mhm.
he didn't play it like
Just the
Larry.
tail end was a little bit different, and it was like, "Oh." Cuz
Because he can do it. He can
yeah.
play the original. He has the chops to do it. But I guess I mean it can happen that after a while you just get burned out of playing the same solo and you want to improvise a little bit
Yeah,
more.
of course.
So I get it.
And like BMAX says, improvising is expected for a jazz or fusion audience.
Yeah.
Totally true. When we go to our local jazz like
Oh
club,
yeah.
we're
And it's like
expecting like improv.
no,
Okay,
it's like
like
Alan Holdsworth. I mean, he has literally like 15 live albums, and every single song is improvised. And even
Mhm.
the solos that he plays on his actual recordings, they're all
Mhm.
improvised. So
Mhm.
he never plays the solo exactly the same. And that's
Mhm.
something I'm a super fan of. But if I want to interpret a song from his CDs, then I would try and replicate the song just as he improvised it.
Yeah,
Which is super hard.
I know.
He's so crazy.
But that's what I like, and that's why, like we've said, sometimes it's better when you see like a cover band versus seeing the band themselves, because the band takes more liberty in improvising than a cover band would or should. So Aspen Ward says improvisation is why the Dead are so popular. That's interesting. That's very good to know, and to like go in with that expectation of Grateful Dead, you know?
Okay.
So thank you for sharing that. Rod Strong says more live, yes. Be interested in some of the newer lineups and different versions. Great channel. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Rod, for the support. We really appreciate it. Mr. Wondrous says same with Zappa. Okay. Also very good to know. Haven't done much, but
I've done more by myself.
Yeah, you've done more. But the song that I've heard, it's from that album with the couch. What is that song called?
The Couch album?
Yeah, but there's like a song that we did of that album that I really, really like, and I do listen to, like when it comes on, of Frank Zappa.
With a cow?
Yeah, I think so.
A garage?
Let me see. Inca Roads.
Oh.
And there's the cover with a couch.
Oh, wow, you could. That's amazing.
Let's see who. Oh, Deborah. High school on the couch in the family room with headphones and album cover liner notes in hand. Also, very good point that someone else earlier pointed out. Liner notes and art. Whenever we listen to an album or a song, we pull it up on Spotify, and it always has the cover art. And
we're always looking at that.
I always look at it. I constantly look at it during
that's
songs.
basically all we look at when we look like forward. We look at the cover, but we don't look at the lyrics because it can be distracting to do a reaction video. But I remember when I bought all my albums, the first thing I would do is on the ride home on the bus, I would like have the headphones on and look at the lyrics, and that's why I know all the lyrics to my old CDs.
Yeah,
by heart.
Yeah. BMax says you would really like Jazz is Dead.
Jazz is Dead.
So
from who?
I don't know. Maybe Zappa, since we were talking about him.
Oh, okay.
Liner notes and Gatefold Sleep.
They saw something about Holdsworth up there.
Oh. Where?
I think it was.
I think someone just like. Where? I don't think so. Oh, here. Holdsworth hated playing the same thing over and over, which is why he never stayed in any band for very long. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But I really like this question. If you could each pick one album to take with you if you were stranded on a desert island, what would it be? Oof. That's a hard one. That is a very, very hard
one. I would take 16 Men of Tame.
Oh, okay.
By Alan Holdsworth. Check it out. It's a trip. Actually, I put a marathon together for Alexia, which is Alan Holdsworth, and it's all different stages. It's very digestible Holdsworth with lyrics. Then we have just improv, and then we have some acoustic, which is very rare, and some more synthy. So yeah, expect that soon whenever it can.
Yeah.
But what is your album?
So someone here said that mine would be Close to the Edge, David. I don't know, because we haven't heard one song yet. Siberian Katru, or however you say, which we have yet to listen to that song, and I'm like dying to, because every time I put in the freaking thing, It's Close to the Edge and You and I, which we've already done, and I love them both.
22 minutes.
And then Siberian starts. I'm like, ah! And I like have to take it off.
Let's just do it tomorrow.
We should. We definitely should finish like that album. I really.
Oh, and we have a great idea. What do you think of redoing 2112 full album on Patreon?
Yes, I'm happy you're mentioning
because we did it and it was like, I guess it wasn't such a good experience because yes, you could kind of like tune in.
It was fun, but
I think we just like with the audio and react to the audio. And
yeah.
I think. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, let us know if 2112 would be a good thing to do. I know. I love that. Oh, Scott Anderson in the house, late to the conversation. Hope you're both having a great night. Thank you so much, Scott. Thank you for being here. Tales, we definitely have to do more tales. Tokyo Dream, we already
did that on the channel. I showed it to Alexa.
Yep, we did that.
But it's the alternate version. There's two versions.
Aspen Ward, this is a good point. Bob Marley is so timeless to take with you on a desert island, and
I would take the one
spreading messages of peace and calm.
My favorite song, and we heard that a lot in Spain. The one that what was it? Sailing on your ego trip. Blast up on your spaceship. So much trouble in the world. Yeah, so much trouble in the world. Favorite song. I
love that.
No, it's so great.
Thank you so much, Will.i.am. Thank you all. So people are mentioning their
Paul Gilbert, of course. That's basically my teacher. I only listened to Paul Gilbert for like 5 years. A lot of licks that I play are actually Paul Gilbert's licks. Yeah.
Definitely familiar.
Pablo Gilberto.
So Lee,
I used to play down in Mexico.
Lee says yes to 2112. Frank, Scott, definitely yes. Bo, thank you guys so much. My back is starting to hurt, and not sure.
But you also have like the best like posture in life.
But I always sit like this. Like even when I'm at work, I'm always sit. One of the people that I work with sometimes in and out was like looking at me one time, and he's like, I still am like amazed by your posture. Like how is it so good? And I'm like, oh, I didn't even notice, but I got that from my grandma. Actually, she taught me how to sit. She'd put books on my head.
Oh my God, you're raised like me.
She'd put books on my head and then make me walk in a straight line too, and then to sit up straight.
She's from the old school.
Yeah,
my parents were old school. Your dad was old school, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I still got like, I could not grab stuff from my own fridge in my own house. I had to ask and say please and thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad that nowadays kids don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
They just think it's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, we were raised old school. I like that. We appreciate things in a certain way that others don't. So, yeah. So there's so many good questions. I could just go on for hours.
I know. I agree. I agree. Thank you so much for being here. We love you guys too. So happy that we met not only through the channel virtually, but outside of the channel, making friends and connections that just are so meaningful, because music is a language and it's a way of communication. And I feel like people that I've met through music, I often remember, or I'm still friends with them. So I think it's very, very special. So thank you so much. You guys have a very, very good night. To Lee. And Scott is in the house. Woo, 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 woo. To Missia, as a guitar player and a fusion fan, you need to hear Terje Ripdal.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It sounds really cool.
Okay.
Let me recommend you one. Maybe you haven't heard him. Prasant Asvani.
Oh,
you're gonna love. If you like Greg Howe or like Scott Henderson, check it out. Prasant Asvani. Can we type it in? We can. Oh yeah, we can.
Oh,
it's PH.
I can hardly see with the mic thing.
Check him out. He even does a cover of Jeff Beck's Lead Boots. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thank you so much. Sade, you're the best. Thank you also for your support. Also great knowing you, not only virtually, but we also met in person at the meet and greet. So thank you so much for this gift and for
I love that you
your thoughts and support.
The names that
Oh, of course. I know everyone.
She is sharp.
I know everyone. Thank you, Rod. So is this ingested or topical? Let me know, please.
Oh, wow, fish oil.
Yeah, I really want to know that because I know that that's good for many things. So I will keep that in very much mind. BMAC, I know time has really, really flown. It's wonderful. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Sebastián, buenas noches. Muchísimas gracias por tanto engagement, tanta actividad en el chat y el apoyo.
Today, BMAX said something very sweet. That he was like, "Yeah, I'm like literally, I only watch YouTube now."
Oh, I know.
That is so sweet, and I don't
expect that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't expect that at all. I encourage you, of course, to listen to other reaction channels because there's some good stuff out there.
And we have some,
but it's very humbling.
Yes,
for me.
We can't give too much away, but we have a pending collaboration. Can't say anything more. Okay, but it's a good one, and it's gonna happen, and we're very excited about it. And that's all we can say.
You guys are gonna be very happy. That's it.
Yes,
that's all we can say.
So thank you all so much for being here. Good night, Dave. Thank you for sharing your time with us. It's wonderful that we have 50 people watching after an hour and a half. Time actually flies, not only years, but hours.
Next time, maybe if we like do this more often, maybe Alexa can leave and I could maybe play you some live music or something.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I don't know how it would sound though through this. I might have to connect myself. I still have to kind of figure out how that would work. But I could maybe put on some backing tracks and just give you like live entertainment. Like I could just improvise and have a little bit of fun. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yes, that would be really cool.
Just keep the guys that I like not leaving, a little bit entertained. And then once I see like 5, I'm like, okay, guys, I mean, because I could just sit here for hours. I don't have a bad back, thankfully. When I have back pain, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, he's literally like, I feel like I'm dying, like something's stabbing me. And I'm like, I know exactly how it is. And I do this, like this, literally, and it's gone. And he's like, oh, how do you know? I'm like, because someone who's in constant pain knows how to cure pain. Yeah.
She is a trooper. You are a soldier.
Thank you. Thank you very much. But I am in very much pain, honestly, right now. But I think an hour and a half also is very good because look, people started saying goodnight before anything.
I mean, it is late. And I mean, we're Mountain Standard. It's only 9.
Yeah, but that's a good time to start winding down.
I did miss one individual. Graybeard.
Aw, Graybeard.
But it's fine. Yeah. It's all good.
But it was great to have so many of you
here.
We got Michelle. We got Dave, Mr. Wondrous,
Deborah,
BMAC.
I mean, all of you guys are so special. We got Matt. You know, I mean, it's so cool because we have like so many friends in different parts of the world, and what if we like, I mean, of course we can't really share where you guys live, and you don't have to share, but maybe if you shoot us an email and say, hey, you know, we live here, like if you're ever in the area, that would be cool. We totally would be down to.
And it would be cool to even have like a map of like, okay, if we go here, we have to tell this person, and like that would be so much fun to just do little like
Matt literally
get-togethers.
lives in the area, and I'm not gonna say, but in the area where your uncle lives.
Oh,
so we could totally
oh,
like
he did say that in the. Actually,
okay.
I read
mean,
it and
if it's
forgot.
public, then
I'm sorry.
it's fine. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But thank you everyone, honestly, so much for not only tonight, you know, for all of the
2
moments
years,
that you share with us,
and even through COVID, man.
through COVID, and just knowing that, okay, our videos are this long, we post this many, and yet there's you guys that watch, that you're there. Like, it's amazing, and it's just.
Let us know whenever you guys want to break, like, because I sometimes feel that maybe we overwhelm you with too much videos, and we could totally like back off a little bit, or spread them out. I'm starting to post less because a lot of people are like, dude, I'm like a month behind, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
So,
but it's good. It's okay, because eventually the videos will be watched, and it still creates like that consistency. Thank you so much to Mickey D for this super sticker. Those are fun. I think this is our first one ever. Thank you so much for this, Mickey D. It's wonderful.
You're in China? That's Chinese.
Yeah, right? Mickey D is in China.
I had no idea. You know all this stuff, I guess. But that's so
but thank you so much for all of your support as well. Thank you for you know, just being there, and for, we love doing these
Japan,
lives.
sorry. It's yen.
Oh. But thank you for it's amazing doing these lives, but obviously getting these little rewards for them, and stickers, or super chats is also very nice, because it's just very sweet of you to just want to send a little something. So thank you so much for that. More Joni Mitchell, I promise.
Oh yes,
I
love
promise. I want to go deep into Joni Mitchell.
We should maybe do the full Blue album. I can bring some like Kleenex.
We literally have to have a box of Kleenex, like for both of us, because that is just a lot.
Look, Monster Sound, he's in Toronto. Thank you so much. If we ever make it up there, we'll definitely let you know. Frank is in Toronto,
right? Frank is not in Toronto. I don't think.
He is in.
I think he's in Quebec. I think so. Yeah. Thank you to Missia, or to Mikia. This channel is a great place to hang out. Thank you for sharing your time with us, and for hanging out with us. And thank you, Andrew. That is very sweet.
It's not that big.
It's actually not. I feel like I've seen.
But the first day we got it, I was like, oh
yeah, that's true.
It's humongous.
That's true.
No, we've seen people with like mics. Like
yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, David, we'll definitely look at dates, and we'll let you know. I can't promise that I'll have an immediate response, but if it does happen, that would be really cool. Nick has never been to Ohio, and it would be just fun to get away, and maybe a long weekend if it's on a Tuesday. You know,
now we have a reliable car.
Yes, but I don't know. Driving there, I think, would take up most of the time. I think maybe if we found a cheap flight or something, that would,
and definitely, I think, probably
be better. Yeah. Joni with Matheny on guitar and Jocko on bass. We've seen some of those. Check those out. Actually, just really quick point before we go. You guys, if you're ever wondering if we've done a song or you're going to suggest that we do a song in the comments, just real quick on another tab or right there, just search NicknLex and then blank, whatever you're looking for.
And you might be surprised.
You may be surprised. We've heard a lot of deep cuts. You guys have guided us in a way that is
big. And also sometimes, because in the marathons, I do that. I structure this better, but I used to not put the titles of the songs because YouTube only lets. It's like Twitter. There's a certain amount that you can put in the title, and sometimes it doesn't all fit. So just try and look up the song names.
Yes.
And you might be surprised to find something that you think we haven't done, but we have.
Yes, exactly. So just and not to that we're bothered by your suggestions. No. Obviously not. Typically on videos, the more comments, the better, honestly. But
another thing that I want you go ahead.
Yeah. But just to maybe give you that, you're like, oh, they would really like this. Maybe just look for it and it might be there. But
another thing, guys, there's a lot of YouTube is doing like a thing right now that you put in a comment and just it disappears. That's not us. No way. That's literally YouTube grabbing the comment, checking it, and then holding it. And we have to approve them. And I don't know why it does it, but it just does. So at the end of each day, we like literally approve like hundreds of comments that are just stuck.
Yep.
And it's not because there's cursing involved. It's just random. So that's just like we don't delete comments.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah, we don't. I go in there multiple times per day and approve.
And really sweet ones too.
Yeah.
Really nice
like there's
comments.
No.
So don't think that
there used to be a pattern like, oh, things that had links would go there. So I'd check it once, maybe twice a week. I'd go in there.
Like curse words, like
yeah. And then I'd be like, oh, sure, approve, whatever. But like, no, this is we have that on, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I guess we'll have to check. Thank you, Lightman. That's a very cool.
Yeah, thank you. That's very cool. Goodbye, Andrew. Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Frank is also leaving. Yeah. And I think this is a cool
length.
Yeah.
1:45 is.
Yeah, I think it's a good watchable length also for those who are not watching it. So thank you all so much. Thank you for everything that you've given us during the last 2 years.
I'll make her play more.
Yes. Thank you for just all of your love and your knowledge, your sharing your experiences with us of people, loved ones, memories. We seriously feel like we've relived so much through you and learned so much through all of you that we really, really appreciate it. So thank you all so much. We hope that you enjoyed this with us. We hope that you continue enjoying the channel. Share the channel if you feel inclined to do so. Make sure that if you're not subscribed, you do that. Great Scott. Woohoo, the best. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, everyone, so much for being here. Honestly, you guys are the best. I can't describe it. Thank you, everyone, so much. And we hope to see you all in the next one.
Thank you, guys. Bye.